Hi everyone, welcome to Arsenia's projects. I am Gracie, and for this episode I am going to show you how I made these handy Tailor's hem and seam row. If you are a dressmaker, you would find these items very helpful when pressing seams that has curves like collars and sleeves. I have used the patterns from Butterick 4521, that's 4521. It's version F and J. But this is very easy to do. I really think you don't need any pattern for it. You can make your own template, or maybe look online if there's any free pattern or templates. But before we start, please don't forget to click thumbs up on this video and subscribe to my channel for more crafting and sewing. For the materials, first we will need wool fabric. This is for the fabrics that will need low heat settings. And for the contrast, I have 100% cotton fabric, and this is for the high heat settings. And for the lining, I'm going to use an old but clean blanket. This will help hold the sawdust and prevent from leaking. And for our stuffing, we will need a lot of sawdust. This will help absorb the moisture from pressing. And lastly, the Butterick 4521 pattern that I am going to follow on this video. I don't cut my patterns. I usually use a tracing paper and make sure all the markings will be transferred as well. Here, I've already traced my tailor's hem with the markings as well as the seam row. Using the traced patterns, start cutting your fabrics. You need one for the wool fabric, another one for the contrast or cotton fabric, and two for the lining fabric. Make sure that all the markings are transferred as well. And the same goes with the seam row pattern. Again, you need one for the wool fabric, one for the contrast, and two for lining fabric. Start stitching your two linings together using 5/8 inch seam allowance, making sure that you backstitch at the beginning and end of your seam. I used an overlocker to secure my seam, but if you don't have any, you can give your seam another run of stitch. Now turn your pieces right side out and make sure all the sides are properly turned before giving it a good press. Now it's time to stuff your pieces with the sawdust. Make sure that the bottom is packed too. Keep pressing it until all the stuffing have gone further down. Once it's all packed with stuffing and you're satisfied, it's time to close it using a slip stitch. Neatly fold the excess fabric before you stitch. As you can see, I've also did the same process with the Tailor's hem. Stuffing is a very messy process, so make sure you tidy up and clean up before you go on to the next step. For the cover, with the right sides together, stitch your wool fabric to your cotton fabric, leaving open between the markings. Of course, don't forget to backstitch at the beginning and end of your seam. As you can see, again I used an overlocker for added security. Now it's time to turn your pieces right side out before pressing. While pressing, this is the perfect time to make sure that all the sides are properly turned. Carefully insert the stuffed lining. Now it's time to close the openings with another slip stitch. If you could stuff it with more sawdust to make it rounder, the better. But as long as it is packed inside, I think it will be good enough. And that's how you make a tailor's hem and a seam roll. Very essential things for dressmaking. If you like this video, please don't forget to click thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, Arsenia's Project. See you next time!